From 1309 to 1376, the Pope of Catholicism had been in exile in Avignon. Despite this, he was recognized as the head of state as well as head of the Church, and given full privileges of the position after their return to Rome. Even in 1861, much of the papal territories had been lost, leaving the Pope with no sovereign territory other than the papal residence and related buildings. Yet his temporal powers were still acknowledged. He was recognized as a head of state, and later, the Lateran Treaty of 1929 formally re-established papal sovereignty over the Vatican City. The Sovereign Order of Malta further exemplifies this principle, retaining international recognition as a sovereign entity despite the permanent loss of their territory upon Napoleon's invasion in June 1798. Despite such permanent loss of territory, the sovereignty and the international legal personality of the Sovereign Order of Malta continue to persist. Much later in 1894, the order settled in Rome and acquired two properties, the Magistral Palace and the Magistral Villa that received extraterritorial status. Today, the order maintains diplomatic relations with 112 countries, issues its own diplomatic passports, currency stamps, and vehicle registration plates, and has been granted observer status in the United Nations. All these examples of state re-establishment illustrate the principle of continuity of states, as per international law, that a state's legal personality persists over time. A nation continues to exist even after a complete loss of territory. A far more striking example is of the oceanic countries, which are under the threat of their entire nation being drowned and submerged due to rising sea levels owing to global warming. In response to such existential threat of climate change, Pacific Island nations, including Tuvalu, have enacted constitutional amendments and made international declarations affirming that their nation and their sovereign rights will continue to persist, despite their entire territory being lost to the sea. This proactive stance is highlighted in the Constitution of Tuvalu Act 2023 and the Pacific Islands Forum Declaration of 2021. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivoham, through the line of succession is the present 203rd Emperor of the Hindu Sovereign Kingdom of Surangi Samrajya. He was crowned on the 31st of December 2004 at the age of 26. Thus, by very same principles of the doctrine of continuity, through which the international legal personality of Portugal, Genoa, Poland, Ethiopia, Czechoslovakia, Albania, Austria, Vatican, Tibet, Sovereign Order of Malta, and several other nations has been recognized despite having undergone a period of exile, annexation, occupation by a foreign power, or despite loss of territory. The SPH Nithyananda Paramashivoham, through well-established legal and historical facts about the Hindu sovereign state of the Surangi Samrajyam, derives all sovereign rights and powers of the royal lineage of the Surangi Samrajyam as its 203rd sovereign emperor, from his inheritance and continuation of the unbroken succession of the kingdom of Surya Vamsa Surangi Samrajyam Sarvanapitha. Surya Vamsa Surangi Samrajyam, through unification with 20 other sovereign Hindu states and sovereign ecclesiastical, historical entities, became part of the United States of KAILASA, which thus became a sovereign, independent juridical state, with the SPH Nithyananda Paramashivoham as the sovereign. Just as how the oceanic nations like Tuvalu have safeguarded their sovereignty from the existential threat of total submersion by amending their constitution and asserting that their sovereignty will persist regardless of the loss of their territory, KAILASA, which is a sovereign continuation of 21 sovereign Hindu states and sovereign ecclesiastical historical entities, is also reviving and continuing the Kumari Kandam Hindu nations that got submerged. As per the doctrine of continuity, these facts imply that the Kailasa's statehood is recognized by international law and manifests as a natural outcome of well-established historical legal facts. Share your time, talent, and treasure. Become part of KAILASA. Sign up as an eCitizen https://kailasa.ecitizen.info.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham
Yes, you can open your eyes now and start to share what you have seen during this round of the body scanning. So whatever the third eye has revealed, please share in the Zoom chat and let us know if you are successful in manifesting this power, able to receive the revelations through the third eye from Swamiji, from Paramashiva. So whatever was given, don't judge anything. As you have said, see, you may be scanning for a certain disease and then let's say you scan something that's related to a life incident. So that might be the cause that that incompletion may be causing that disease. So look at it this way, and whatever you have been revealed, you can share that as it is. We'll give a few moments for all of you to type.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham
Okay, so Ma Agora Rupini has scanned the stomach and has revealed not to eat cold food or to overeat. That is food in the stomach that is undigested. Okay, so that's very good. So you're able to see through the third eye how to handle your stomach. So that's very good. And you will see that it's not that whatever you see is personal. Like, okay, don't think that it's just general things that would be good for everyone. Whatever the third eye has revealed is exactly what you need, and it is very much the power manifestation. And so I think the second one, you're saying that something related to an injury. I think an injury at the head of so not if you're scanning yourself or someone, but okay. So all right. So if you're scanning somebody else, you can ask them to respond and corroborate, means to tell whether they actually had this injury. If it is for yourself, then you can see what maybe it will have left an imprint, like an incompletion that is stored in the body. So whatever it might be, that's very good to see that you are again I can say, able to manifest the powers. So thank you very much for sharing. It's very nice. And if anybody else wants to share what you have seen, feel free to do so. And this is one of the power, definitely, when you become good, when you become confident in your capacity to do the body scanning, you will see so many opportunities in your life, either for yourself or for the people around you. And whenever something is going on, could be as simple as a headache or any disease, just through the third eye, you will find the exact solution. At some point, you will be even able to see what you should consume, how you can heal yourself, how you can get yourself out of it.
Yes, even Swamiji is sharing that he is performing the body scan on himself. Before he visits any doctor, he first does the body scan on himself and then just verifies with the allopathic diagnosis what he has already seen through his third eye. And the solutions that are being shared, they match. So in one of the powers you can also like really use, like someone visits your house and you can just scan them and you can help them to get out of the problems that they might have been suffering for like tens of years. So many times the chronic problems, they start happening because of the lack of awareness, the lack of attention given to the body. And at some point they turn into chronic problems like pain and digestive problems, and you're not able to trace back what is the root of that. This power is exactly for these kinds of instances, and you can give immediate solutions to people. So it's really a beautiful power to manifest for other people.
Yes. So thank you all for participating in the power manifestation. And we'll be now moving into the next session, resuming our sessions on the genesis of identity, understanding the genesis of our identity. And at the end of the day, hopefully the goal for all of us is to have a complete clarity on this genesis of identity, understanding the early incidents of our lives and how the incompletions that we experience have led to the multiple images that we experience now. So continue to look in deeper and to pen down every understanding that you have about these incidents, about the different images that you have. And if you feel like asking or sharing anything about that, feel free to do so. Now, we'll be entering into the next session and learning more again on this topic of the genesis of identity from Swamiji.
The first session is Genesis of Identity, understanding what you perceive as your identity. What do you feel as you is too important, because only from what you feel as you start developing second person and third person of your life. Understand? Aligning, understanding, aligning and understanding your first person, second person and third person, and experiencing completion. And experiencing completion. Understand? Wherever you are not aligning, you are only maligning the reality. Either you align or malign. There cannot be any neutral. Either you align or malign. There cannot be any other reality. Aligning If you are not part of the solution, you are the problem. Understand? If you are not part of the solution, you are the problem. Aligning and understanding the first person, second person, third person of your life. Who is the first person of your life? What you perceive as you. Who is the second person of your life? What you perceive as others. Who is the third person of your life? Whatever you perceive as you and others, and what you perceive as others, they and their others. Listen. Whatever you perceive as you is your first person. Whatever you perceive as others is your second person. Whatever you perceive as your second person's first person's and second person is your third person. Just put little attention, you will catch how the whole thought current which is torturing you from day and night, which you really want to get rid. You and your thinking as love-hate relationship. You can neither be without that, nor be living with it. Almost like spouse. Neither be without it, nor be with it. Even if there are 10,000 more rules with sannyas, it is much better to live with sannyas. Listen. When I look inside me, my inner image, I see a vast, powerful space of Purnatva, complete completion, or Sunyatva, emptiness, living emptiness. You can call that as a soul, God, energy, Mahadeva, whatever. A complete space. That's the exact inner image I am carrying. Outer image. Listen. Outer image. How I project myself. I am projecting myself as a being to transmit that experience to all of you. You can call us an enlightened master or a teacher or an incarnation, whatever way you want. You can give any title. I am a being to transmit that experience. That's my outer image. Declared outer image. Others' image. Listen, others' image. I may declare that I am here to transmit this enlightenment experience to you, but people expect that I should heal their physical pain, mental pain. I should bless them for wealth. I should bless them for a healing relationship, peace, bliss, contentment, completion. See, the others' image, what people perceive from me and expect from me, maybe it is different than what I declare, but even then I am responsible. Because whatever they expect is within the purview of my declaration. Please understand. When I say I am here to transmit that experience to you, to give that experience to you, I have to give you at least 1000-volt spiritual energy. But to clear your cancer or headache, I need to give only 0.5-volt energy. So if you expect me to heal your physical problems, I am responsible for it because that falls in the purview of my declaration. Anything which can be done by the transmission of energy and experience of enlightenment, the side effect, after effect, byproduct of transmission of energy, you have a right to expect from me because that comes within the purview of my declaration. It is my responsibility to fulfill it. Only if you expect that I should win the World Cup, playing the football match, I am not responsible for it because that doesn't come under my declaration, the purview of my declaration. But anything you expect in the line of physical health, mental health, complete relationships, wealth, fulfillment, completion, enlightenment, I am responsible for it. Either I have to give you that. If you are not ready to receive, I have to prepare you and give you that. But till you achieve it, I am responsible. This is what is taking responsibility for others' image. And the life image, the image I have about life and others, the whole world is here to celebrate this joy with me, to celebrate this bliss with me, to celebrate this completion with me. That's all. So understand, now you also look in and find out the inner image you have, outer image you project, others' image you created, for which you are responsible, and life image you are having about life and others. Pen down exactly what you have. Then we will find out the root cause of all the problems you have in your life. Then we will build the right inner image, outer image, life image, others' image. Come on. First, let's spend a little time in finding the inner image you are having, outer image you are having, others' image you are having, life image you are having, without editing. Please start penning down. So understand, the exact inner identity, outer identity, and the gap between the inner identity and the outer identity. And what you want others to experience, feel about you, and what you feel about others. There is always a big gap between these two. You want everyone to feel about you as a loving, caring, trusting, blissful, joyful person. But you believe, you think about everybody as crooked, cunning, cheats, bunch of thieves. Now you need to know the gap between your inner identity and outer identity. That gap is neither good nor bad. Same way, the gap between what you want others to feel about you and what you feel about others. This gap also is neither good nor bad. If both these gaps makes you powerless, both of them are bad. If they does not make you powerless and you know how to play with that, then it is not bad. Sometimes it is good. Some of the very powerful, the most powerful strategies which Krishna did to protect dharma are done from that space where other person can't even understand with what kind of a logic you are functioning. Other person can't even understand, you can never understand with what kind of a dharma Krishna is functioning. You can never understand. But he is the most dharmic being. Because the gap between inner identity, outer identity has not put him in powerless space. SDHD, self-doubt, hatred, denial. When he was running away from Jarasandha, I can be 100% sure he would have had a cup of coffee or a coke and chatting with his Sakhis, if not flirting, in his chariot. He would not have had a single moment of powerlessness. But if he has seen some enemy spy, immediately would have shown the face as if he is afraid, frightened, running away. He knows how to play the game with. Because even the inner identity, outer identity, the life image and others' image, even that has become like a nail and hair for him with which he can do makeup, whatever he wants and play with it. He knows how to show them, showcase them and use them, play with them. So understand, not to fall into any powerlessness by these four identities and the gaps between them is completion. Today I am going to lead you guys for that only. Today I am leading you guys to that level of completion. People come and ask me, "Oh Swamiji, I have this big low self-esteem, low inner image. How can I drop this? I have so much of SDHD." All of them have power over you because still you believe your future is going to be with them. I'll show you your future is going to be with Sadashiva. When you know you do not need beggar identity for your future is going to be Yuvaraja identity. It will not take more than 2-3 seconds to make that old identity redundant, irrelevant. I'll show you. Your future is going to be with Sadashivatva, manifesting powers. Being the Yuvaraja of Nithyananda. Prince of the cosmos. Yuvaraja of eternal bliss. I am the minister touching your feet and saying, you are being called to be king. Understand. You need to understand only one thing. Your future is going to be with a higher identity. All this old identity, powerlessness, SDHD, GDHD, SSDHD means, SDHD means self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. GDHD means guru doubt, guru hatred, guru denial. Now when you have SDHD, you will have GDHD. When you can't trust you, you won't trust me. SDHD, self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. SDHD leads to GDHD. Means guru doubt, guru hatred, guru denial. Which naturally makes you do SSDHD. Means Sadashiva doubt, Sadashiva hatred, and Sadashiva denial. SDHD leads to GDHD, leads to SSDHD. Understand? The moment you understand your future is going to be with only powers as king. As king, not as king. As king. Not all the time as king. Now, the prince, it only took 2-3 seconds for him to shift from as king to as king. From as king to as king. It took only 2-3 seconds. If you know your future is going to be manifesting Sadashivatva, suddenly you will see all your old SDHD, GDHD, SSDHD, all of that will become redundant. All of that becomes redundant. All of that does not have any more power over you. Does not have any more say over you. Does not have any more hold over you. Other than being ferocious with your incompletions and being brutal with your SDHD, nothing else is required. Go on manifesting powers. Go on manifesting powers. I'm with you. And you are all really new species. Formally, officially, I declare everyone here as new species, pioneers of new beings. Planet Earth is having a very big positive breakthrough, a positive push. We are not over-imagining. We are actually under-imagining. I bless everyone here radiate Sadashivoham. As Sadashiva, living energy, living representative, and living Sadashiva, I bless you all to radiate Sadashivatva in all its manifestations, powers, state, experience, in everything. In everything, let everyone here radiate Sadashivoham. 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 It is not only my blessings, it's my commitment. I'll make every one of you manifest Sadashivatva. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhadvaita Saiva Sadashivoham. if you look deeply, you will realize that most often 99% of the time you respond to life with resistance, judgment, attachment. This happens because almost all the time you consider the source of whatever that is happening in your life as something external or outside of you, whether it's a challenging or conflicting or an unpleasant situation. You always consider that the source of the situation lies outside of you. This is why you feel so powerless and helpless in most situations of your life. And almost always you blame the others to be responsible for the situation you are in. But what you need to understand is that whenever you are making the other responsible for your life, what you are actually doing is giving the control of your life to the other. You are making the other powerful by making him or her responsible for the whole situation. And the irony is that you keep wondering why you are so powerless and helpless. Your social identity, your family, your profession, you are carrying all these in yourself as part of yourself. That is why traditionally seekers on the spiritual path choose a life away from family and society. I can say that it is not necessary to physically be away from family and society. It is enough if you can psychologically disconnect from them. If it is enough if you psychologically know how to unclutch from them and clutch when you required without making yourself getting caught in it. Understand, I am not asking you to become indifferent, no. To stop talking to them, no. Just become aware of the subtle influences that world is exerting on you. You are carrying the baggage of so many other people's ideas. Just become aware. How many people are living inside your head right now, telling you how to run your life? Just listen and see how many voices can you hear. We are living our life based on ideas of right and wrong which are given to us by others. We are living our life based on ideas of right and wrong which are given to us by others. Understand? And we don't even realize it. That's the most funny thing. We don't even realize it. Becoming aware is the only first step. That's the first step. Many times we are already aware, but we don't have the courage to free ourselves of these influences. We know that we are simply acting out ideas that have been given to us by our parents, by friends, by society, by TV, by media, but we don't want to let go of those ideas because we are afraid of living without a social identity. See, social identity adds kind of a spice, juice to life, or you think that is juicy part of your life. We are afraid of being alone. Kevala means being alone. Another important thing, your identity feels comfortable only when you are in your regular smooth routine and normal life. When you break that suddenly, your identity feels threatened. Now you are saying the only way for you not feeling threatened or you to be peaceful and peaceful is get back to contentment. That's the only way. That's the only escape route. Now what to do then? Now nothing can be done. The only way now is Get back to contentment. If I give you any special technique or idea to get back to contentment, your mind will say, no, 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 this all I tried 2-3 times, doesn't work, it's all useless. No, your mind will do that. I tried thousands of techniques from hundreds of masters, nothing works for me. I am too big guy. No, everybody thinks they are bigger guys than the masters. Too big guys. Please listen. Come to the space of listening. Completion is such powerful science, such a powerful principle, such a powerful philosophy. Not only it burns all the suffering, suffocations, pains, please understand, it creates so much of new space for functioning. So much of new space, so much of powerful new space. You can go on be creating. You can go on be creating. Please understand. Every night when you finish completion, two things are very important. One, strong decision not to allow that incompletions again in your inner space. Completion is not watching TV serial in your inner space, the same thing you will watching every day. No. Unfortunately, you guys sit and brood over the same problem every day. After some time, I think you start enjoying that. No, that is not completion. Declaring. You will not allow that incompletion again to surface into your inner space. Second, if you have completed with something yesterday night, today morning, use the inner space to rewrite your future before the completions get back into your system. Understand? Intense, sincere rewriting of the future means go on rewriting. Go on rewriting. Go on rewriting. Please understand. Only when you go on rewriting, the past gets diluted. The past incompletions loses power over you. If you don't rewrite your future, means if you don't create the new future, naturally you can't be a vacuum space, so you tend to get into your past incompletion or entertain your past incompletions. Please understand. Understand this one great truth. If you go on rewriting your future, means constantly aligning you to your declared authentic identity, aligning you to your authenticity, means take responsibility for others' image as others want, raise your life image and others' image. So understand, let the space you get after the completion be used to create authentic identity. Please understand, everyone wants peace. But you need to know, unless the space which you get by peace is used towards authenticity, the peace can never be long lasting. You will lose it. Your old incompletions will come back. Empty mind is devil's workshop. I tell you, it is devil's home, not just workshop. Not only he works there, he resides there. The absolute empty mind is God's place. That is different. Till you achieve the perpetual completion, every empty space you get, you should use it to rewrite your future. Go on rewriting. Go on rewriting. Go on rewriting. Please listen. The more and more you rewrite, not only your incompletions get completed, they become irrelevant. Making your incompletions irrelevant to your present life is the complete completion. All the possible incompletions which can happen to human being, make them irrelevant to you. You are God. Please listen. All the possible incompletions which can happen for human beings, Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Dukkha, birth, death, disease, pain, all the possible incompletions which can happen to human beings, make them irrelevant to your life. It is possible. Make them all irrelevant to your life. Make them all irrelevant to your life. Then you are God. Constantly make all the incompletions irrelevant to your life. It is possible. Go on spending time every night. I tell you, completing with incompletions in the night puts you in the space of samadhi. The more and more nights you spend in samadhi, the deeper and deeper incompletions leave your system. More and more inner space is developed in you. Understand? You don't need to have this strong belief you have about you that you can never achieve completion. it is solidified stupidity. But good news is, even if it is solid, it can be thrown out. You don't need to worry with it, struggle with it, suffer with it. You don't need to worry with it, suffer with it, struggle with it. This solid belief, I cannot achieve completion. As I said, solidified stupidity. Completion is simply lifestyle, breathing style in your system. Because every moment you are breathing, the breath which goes inside has to touch the space of completion. Only then it can take a turn and start coming out. Same way, every thought finally has to go and fall in the space of completion. Only then the new thought can be created. But unfortunately, the new thought does not get always created out of the space of completion. It gets created anywhere, here and there. But every thought has to die, fall into the space of completion. So if you just go along deeper and deeper and deeper along with that thought, just like how the thread catches the needle, and when it goes along with the needle, it reaches wherever the needle goes. Catch your thought and just go where it goes and drops. Where it drops, it will be the space of completion. Completion is lifestyle of your life. So don't think completion is difficult. It is impossible. No. Completion is the most simplest way of existing.
Most of the time, comfortable brooding over. Don't, even the brooding over has to be very clearly done from the context of completing them. Not to create more and more self-sympathy. Nobody in my place would have survived. I'm not going to be. I'm not going to believe. Please listen. Most of the time our completion technique is being used for brooding over. Don't do that. Declare completion. You are intelligent enough. You are a man. First time in my life, I was shocked when I saw in the US the trekking schools. I was really shocked. Why human beings need to be taught to climb the hill? I asked, what do they do in these trekking schools? Swamiji, they teach you how to climb the hill. Come on. What do you mean? Why human beings should be taught? The people who were around me, they could neither understand me nor I could understand them. They said, then how to climb, Swamiji? I said, what do you mean? I am a man, here is a hill, climb, that's all. Only then I understood. I am born in a hill and I lived throughout my life in a hill. So Climbing the hill is the lifestyle. Human beings forget things. Understand. Listen. From today, you will start aligning your every word, thought, action. Listen. Your every word, thought, action to your authentic identity. All great things are done in the spur of the moment. Please listen. All great things are done immediately, spontaneously. Whether it becomes right or wrong is based on, are you holding that same context in your life continuously or not, decides. Understand? I made the decision of sannyas in the spur of the moment only. Just one moment, spontaneously I decided, I will become a sannyas. It is right for me because I hold the context continuously. Even if I hold the context, if I don't make that spontaneous decision, it is not going to be right for me. Many times we think, let me train myself to hold the context and then I will take this decision. Never it happens. Only after you make the decision, you even know how to hold the context, or you will be sleeping even when I speak about these great truths. Mentally, sleeping is also a sleep. You will not even know how to hold this context unless you take the decision spontaneously. If you want to know whether the marriage decision is going to be right for you or not, marry. Take the decision spontaneously of marrying. Only after that you know how to hold that space continuously. Even if you fail, nothing wrong. I tell you, in this world, nothing is right or wrong. The essence, the best you can make out of your existence in the planet Earth is go on doing. Who is there to say anything is right or wrong? Nobody. Nothing. When you go on doing, the maturity happens in your inner space. That is only is going to come with you. You have made best of your living in the planet Earth. Doing is right and postponing is sin. That's all is the dharma of life. Cherishing the postponing pattern is completely withdrawing yourself from life, putting yourself into life imprisonment. If you want to know the definition of self-life imprisonment, I can use one word, postponing pattern. Postponing pattern is the self-life imprisonment. This is the one quality I personally chose and picked up and came down when I assumed the body. Happening. If I have to describe my whole biography in one word, happening. Some people who are benefited call it great, right. Some whose vested interests are not supported by my life call this is wrong. And there are some people whose vested interests are supported By calling it wrong, even in that way I am causing their reality. Tatastu. So somebody calls it right or wrong for various reasons. It's up to them. I tell you, learn this one lesson from life. The best you can squeeze out of the life on the planet Earth is make your life as a happening. Nothing else is worth achieving. I tell you, even if you create a kingdom, people won't even remember you. I have seen thousands of kings. People don't even know them, remember them. Thousands of great gurus, masters. There's nobody even to pour little water on their samadhi. Or put a light on his samadhi. With this, the essence of today's satsang, first priority is always do right and do it. Second priority is, if you don't know, at least do it. Only the third, hanging in the confusion and incompletion and postponing pattern. This great work, Brahma Sutra, can never be introduced in your brain. At least trillion cells are there connecting with the trillions of planets, stars in the existence. When all the trillions of cells are awakened, the whole cosmos is experienced inside the body. The Brahmanda is experienced in Pindanda. Methods for awakening those trillions of cells vary. Yogis try to awaken the trillions of cells by awakening the Kundalini through the breathing process, visualization methods, verbalization sounds. Devotees who practice devotion, they try to awaken those trillions of cells by deep surrender and feeling connection to the highest consciousness in the form of chosen deity or God. Karma yogis try to awaken the trillions of cells by continuous creativity. There were thousands of methods, systems
techniques, technology to awaken the trillions of cells. In the banks of Saraswati, a unique experiment was being done by some of the great inner scientists. They tried and succeeded awakening the trillions of brain cells and leading a man to enlightenment experience just by giving understanding. Understand? You can awaken your Kundalini Shakti, non-mechanical parts of your brain, trillions of cells, by pranayama, yoga, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, this kind of techniques are deep devotion, feeling connection, surrender to the chosen deity as God through bhakti, or intense, constant creativity without even bothering why you are being creative. Hundreds of methods to awaken the human consciousness to its peak. Hundreds of methods for inner awakening was experimented, researched, developed, and experienced by the great rishis, the inner scientists, the various part of Vedic civilization. This unique experimentation was being done on the banks of Saraswati, where Saraswati lands on the earth. If I have to give you the geographical space, it is near Mana. Little above Badrinath, there is a place Mana in Himalayas, almost Indian border. That's a space. Still there is a cave where Vyasa lived and compiled all his works, where he wrote Mahabharata, where his unique transcriber Mahaganapati stayed. The place where Bhagavan Vedavyasa compiled this great work, Brahma Sutras. It's one of the greatest experiment and greatest successful experiment. awakening the non-mechanical parts of the brain, awakening the Kundalini Shakti, just by giving understanding to you. I can say, one of the most difficult path, if you have to do it by yourself, one of the most simple path, if an incarnation is there, to do it for you. Understand? Opening the non-mechanical parts of your brain, awakening trillions of cells in your brain, awakening your Kundalini Shakti, just by deeper and deeper and deeper understanding about the existence. If you have to do it by yourself, it's almost like having a matchstick and trying to measure the whole world through the matchstick. The moment you awaken one cell and go to the other cell, this cell is already sleeping. If you are experiencing levitation, Kundalini awakening, Yoga Sutra is great for you. For some reason, if the physical levitation is not happening, don't worry at all. Brahma Sutra is for you. Because the Brahma Sutra is a blessing given to all human beings. All human beings are basically logical. A logical mind always wants a clear set of irrefutable, non-misrepresentable, aphorisms, formulas. But the greatness of Brahma Sutra is anybody can interpret and misinterpret as they want. If the logic is pure diamond, I can say Brahma Sutra is jewel made out of pure diamond stone without adding any metal. It is not jewel studded with diamond stones, it is made out of diamond stone. Huge diamond stone, just it has been drilled, carved and made into a jewel. That's a description of Brahma Sutra. Origin is intelligence. There is no injustice done to you in body, mind, or relationships, or wealth, or spiritual enlightenment. Understand this truth. Don't try to understand this truth thinking that you will get enlightenment afterwards. No. Understand now or get lost. There is no reward, enlightenment waiting for you later on. Understand now and live. You may think, why should I believe this and why should I understand? You don't need to believe, get lost. I am sharing the straight truth. Sometimes these fellows get into a mood. Yes, if I believe all these things, one day I will become enlightened. No. There is no salary of enlightenment. I am not giving you any practice. As I said, in Brahma Vidya Sampradaya, there is no enlightenment. I am telling you very clearly, anybody listens to my Brahma Sutra will not get enlightened. Because Brahma Sutra has nothing to do with enlightenment. It is something to do with enlightening. Every moment it enlightens you. There is no promise at one day you will receive the whole check. paycheck. No. It will be, if you think one day you will be receiving the paycheck, no. It will be a check which will bounce. Nothing else. So Brahma Sutra is enlightening, not towards enlightenment. Now I am telling you clearly. Open your ears, open your brain, stretch your brain, receive the truth now. Don't keep your head as an inverted pot. Anything poured goes down. Make it as a begging bowl to receive. In the Nirvani Sampradaya, they use the skull as a begging bowl. Why, To remind themselves continuously, they used to use their skull also to receive knowledge from master. Use your skull to receive. When you are alive. Otherwise it will be used by somebody else after your death to receive food. Let it receive when it is alive. Don't wait for your skull to receive till it dies. Basic truth is, origin is consciousness. Every moment, right justice is given to you. Physically, mentally, economically, socially, spiritually, you are rewarded for your worth. In every step, you are rewarded for what you are asking. You are showered with compassion. Now the problem is, we are not ready to, oh. Then what to do? When you listen to this truth, source is consciousness. The tremendous healing, understanding, you are given justice, lands on you. That understanding directly makes you live enlightenment. The enlightening sacred secret from this sutra is two. One, you are not handled by the dead laws. You are handled by a compassionate, independent, intelligent judge who is not even interested in judging you, who is interested in only making you grow. That's the first sacred secret. Second, the origin or the source is not matter and law. It is existence which is intelligent. Naturally, this sacred secret, when it sinks inside you, gives the tremendous restful awareness. Now, rest in that restful awareness. Sit in Upanishad and see for yourself whether origin of you is matter or life. Today's sutra Gaunaschet Natma Sabdat. Again, just two words. Just two words. Translation of Gambhirananda says, if it be argued that the seeing is in a secondary sense, we say not so, owing to the use of the word self. Translation of Swami Vireshwarananda says, if it be said that thinking is used in a secondary sense, we say not so, because of the word self, by which the first cause is referred to in scriptures. This is one of the deepest philosophical problem, but which is responsible for our very way of thinking. There can be argument. See, this is actually a continuation of yesterday's sutra. Yesterday, the Brahma Sutra's essence is source of you, source of the universe is independent intelligence, not a dead matter or a dead law. You need to understand. The source of existence is not dead matter. It is you. The source of universe, which is you, is life. It is independent intelligence, living mechanism. This truth is established through a logic because all experiences are happening in you, which is a living self. The source is living self. Please understand. Only when you know the source is living intelligence, you will be honest. In every step you take in your life, you will be honest. One of the biggest problem I find in the so-called spiritual seekers is when they lose trust over the law of the land and law of the society, they lose integrity. Understand, losing integrity is not spirituality. Just because you lost respect, usually the seekers tend to lose respect for the law of the land or law of the society. Because when you are a seeker, you evolve to a certain level, your hypocrisy goes away. When your hypocrisy goes away, the hypocritical laws of the society and the law of the land loses its power over you. You just realize social laws are nothing but social hypocrisy. Usually the law of land is exploited by the people who are in power. When somebody realizes this truth, they tend to lose respect for the social laws and social rules and country laws, law of the land. But unfortunately, when you lose respect for law of land, you become hypocritical. The integrity is lost. The honesty is lost. Understand? For an ultimate enlightened being and for a terrorist, for both the social law and country law does not bind, but an enlightened being retains his integrity A terrorist does not have integrity. I can say many seekers lose their integrity, almost become terrorists. When you lose respect for the social law and country law, you are supposed to have the deep respect and the true experience and at least an unshakable cognitive factual clarity that existence is intelligence, everything goes as per the justice of the intelligence. If you add anything from outside and be blissful, that is not bliss. Understand? Without adding anything from outside, just be blissful, you will see just you are in a higher frequency. Whenever you are in higher frequency, all the other things are attracted towards you. It's by nature. The higher frequency object just sucks, pulls all the lower frequency objects towards it. So energy is in higher frequency. Matter is in lower frequency. So matter gets attracted towards energy by the very law, by the very nature, by the very flow. But without understanding, without assuming, without realizing, without looking in, if you are deciding, you have desires, your cognition is wrong. It's wrong. Cognition is useless. It is like exactly this example only will match. When you are driving in the car, be very clear. By nature it will look as if all the trees are running towards you. If you think, no, trees are all running towards me, what will I do? That's the exact feeling. I can equate it to, oh, I have so many desires, I don't know what to do. Relax. Your house is running towards you. Your car is running towards you. Your wealth is running towards you. Your properties are running towards you. Your luxury is running towards you. Your relationships are running towards you. But you assume, oh, I'm having too much desire for money, too much desire for relationships, too much desire for house, too much desire for car, what to do? What shall I do? What will I do? Am I in the right direction having this desire? Source is desire free. I am not boasting. If just this one truth, humanity is ready to listen, I tell you, Vyasa can solve the whole suffering of humanity. The whole thing, I can see, boils down to pushing you towards the transcendental awareness happening in you. Constantly Vyasa, Badarayana is getting you back to the transcendental awareness. If I have to reveal the sacred secret, if I have to reveal what I am going to talk for next half an hour, for example, you say, Swamiji, next half an hour I don't have time to sit, I have to run for the other work. Can you just tell me in one statement so that I can hear and run. I am going to say, get back to witnessing consciousness. Do not be satisfied in the space where the attainer retains even a scratch of individual identity. Please understand, when I use the word here Brahma Sutra, I use the word more like the process of awakening the inner space. When you start living based on this sutra, which says that be established on the space where the achiever and achieved is one and the same. Do not be in a space where the achiever and achieved are visibly felt as different. When I assumed this body, I collected biomemory from Arunagiri Yogeshwara, Meenakshi, little bit from Swami Vivekananda. When I collected the biomemory and made this body and assumed the body took birth, I saw suddenly I have updated even my Meenakshi biomemory. Understand? Biomemory of Meenakshi continues to grow. You may think, are they not perfect? They are perfect, but not end. Understand? Enlightenment is ultimate, but not final. Meenakshi is ultimate, no doubt, but not final. The ultimate goes on exploding into ultimate. The ultimate exploding into ultimate. It is a constant expansion, constant expansion, constant expansion. Constant expansion of certain flow is what I call abundance. Life is abundance. Existence is abundance. You go on creating. What is enlightenment? If you ask me now, I will tell. Fan is moving. TVs are functioning. People are sitting. I am talking. This is enlightenment. That's all. If you ask me, Swamiji, please teach Brahma Sutra for this moment, I will say, I am sitting on a gold-plated throne. Brahmachari is using a camera and clicking me. Time is 6:55. as per this clock. People are sitting in front of me with a lot of anticipation. Many have gathered around the world to watch what I am talking. This is Brahma Sutra, that's all. Only truth as innate intelligence to reveal itself. Shastra means truth about reality. Existence is great because it reveals all the truths about its reality. All the psychodrama you add on the things and persons and situations, if they are detected, truth is revealed. The moment you start the psychodrama of me being guru, I start the psychodrama of you being a disciple. The moment you start the psychodrama of friendliness towards somebody, that person starts the psychodrama of friendliness to you. The moment you start the psychodrama of enmity towards somebody, the person starts the psychodrama of enmity towards you. Psychodrama of pain, pleasure, love, anger towards persons, object, or reality is corruption. Otherwise, in truth, in reality, shastrayonitvat, if I have to translate this sutra, shastrayonitvat, reality is the origin of the truths about reality. Because it is origin about the truths about the reality, because it has a capacity to reveal the truths about itself, it is great. I tell you, anybody who has a capacity to reveal the truths about himself will go to the deeper and deeper truths about himself.